The iconic Raquel Welch was born Jo Raquel Tejada on September 5, 1940, in Chicago, Illinois. She is an American actress and singer. Throughout her long career, Raquel appeared in countless films and television shows, as well as a few stage plays. Out of the 12 various awards she was nominated for, she won 6 of them, including 1 Golden Globe Award. Although Miss Welch presented at many Academy Awards, she, herself, never received an Oscar nomination. She first won attention for her role in 1966 in the sci-fi movie, Fantastic Voyage. Also in 1966, she appeared in the British studio Hammer film, 1 Million Years BC. In that movie, she only had 3 lines. Images of her in the doe sheepskin bikini became best-selling posters that turned her into an international sex symbol. Her other notable roles include Bedazzled in 1967, Bandolero in 1968, 100 Rifles in 1969, Myra Breckinridge in 1970, and Hannie Caulder in 1971. She often played strong female characters, which broke the mold of the archetypal sex symbol. Because of this, her rise to stardom, in the mid-1960s, was partly credited with ending Hollywood's vigorous promotion of the blonde bombshell. Raquel Welch was married 4 times. First to James Welch in 1959. They divorced in 1964. Next, she married Patrick Curtis in 1967. They divorced in 1972. Her third marriage was to the French-American television producer and journalist, André Weinfeld, in 1980. After a decade of marriage, they divorced in 1990. Her fourth marriage was to the restaurateur, Richard Palmer, in 1999. They divorced in 2004. Raquel Welch's father, Armando Tejada Urquizo, was a Bolivian aeronautical engineer, and her mother, Josephine Sarah, was Irish-American. They moved to San Diego, California, when Raquel was just about 2. She won a few local pageants, including the title of Miss Photogenic and Miss Contour, at the age of 14. She was crowned Miss Fairest of the Fair in the San Diego County Fair. She studied ballet from age 7 to 17. She initially wanted to be a ballerina, but she gave it up when her trainer told her that she did not have the right body for ballet. Her parents divorced after she graduated from La Jolla High School, in 1958, where she graduated with honors. Raquel got pregnant, and on May 8, 1959, she married her high school sweetheart, James Welch. She had a total of 2 children with him. After her separation from Mr. Welch in 1962, she moved with their 2 children to Dallas, where she tried to make a living as a model and as a cocktail waitress. Later in life, in interviews, she said she should have tried harder to make the marriage work. She also has often said that James Welch was the best of her 4 husbands. In 1963, she and her 2 kids moved back to Los Angeles. She met one-time child actor and Hollywood agent, Patrick Curtis, who became her personal and business manager. They developed a plan to turn Welch into a sex symbol. To avoid typecasting as a Latina, he convinced her to use her husband's last name, but she refused to replace her name Raquel for a more English name. At the time, she was able to keep her marriage and 2 children a secret from the studios. Otherwise, if the studios had learned, it is unlikely they would have given her any roles. Patrick Curtis also became one of Raquel's husbands. In 1965, Raquel's first major film was A Swingin' Summer. The movie was a comedy, and she also made her singing debut in it. A year after that, she starred in her second major film, the 1966 science fiction movie, Fantastic Voyage. She also appeared in the adventure fantasy film, 1 Million Years BC. She appeared as the lead in the film, which was set in a fictional age of cavemen and dinosaurs. This role established Raquel as the American sex symbol of the 1960s and 1970s. In 1967, she starred in the British, Modesty Blaise-style, spy film, Fathom, which was filmed in Spain. In 1967, she starred in Bedazzled, a swinging 60s retelling of the Faust legend. In 1968, she starred alongside Robert Wagner in the crime film, The Biggest Bundle of Them All. Also in 1968, Miss Welch appeared with Frank Sinatra in the detective film, Lady in Cement. Co-starring with James Stewart and Dean Martin, she also appeared in the 1968 Western film, Bandolero. Through the rest of her career, she starred in other westerns, including the 1969 film, 100 Rifles, where she starred as a freedom fighter leader. 100 Rifles also starred Jim Brown, Burt Reynolds, and Fernando Lamas. In order to save money, the studio hired one stuntman to do both Jim Brown's and Burt Reynolds' stunts. Burt Reynolds was outraged by this, and demanded the studio should also hire a black stuntman to do Jim Brown's stunts. The studio refused, so Burt hired one, paying him out of his own pocket. In addition, the movie provoked publicity and controversy at the time, because it included an interracial love scene between Miss Welch and Mr. Brown. 100 Rifles is remembered for Raquel Welch's shower scene. The director, Tom Grease, tried hard to convince Miss Welch to do the scene naked, but she refused. It was one of the many instances Miss Welch resisted going nude on screen, and pushed back for years against producers, who wanted her to act or pose nude. Although, in 1979, Raquel Welch did pose for Playboy, but she never did a fully nude shoot. Miss Welch's most controversial role came in 1970 film, Myra Breckinridge. In it, she portrayed the film's transsexual heroine. The 1970 film, The Beloved, aka Sin, starred Raquel as a beautiful but frustrated housewife, who starts an affair, and then plans her husband's murder. Also in 1970, CBS released the television special, Raquel, in which she starred. The special was produced, directed, and choreographed by David Winters. The special also guest-starred Tom Jones, Bob Hope and John Wayne. It featured lavish production numbers of song and dance extravaganzas. Together Raquel Welch and Tom Jones combined musical and comedic talents on classic rock and roll standards of the era. Raquel appeared in the 1971 film, Hannie Caulder, where she played a gang rape victim, who takes revenge on her rapists. Miss Welch starred alongside Richard Burton in the 1972 film, Bluebeard. Raquel Welch also appeared in the 1974 film, The Three Musketeers. For her role as Constance Bonnier, she won the Golden Globe Award for Best Actress. Miss Welch has also done a number of commercials, as well as launching a beauty and fitness program book, and yoga videos. Raquel Welch also has her own jewelry and skincare line. All the way to 2017, Raquel Welch continued to star in a number of movies and TV shows. Her most recent work were in the 2017 movie, How to Be a Latin Lover, and the 2017 TV series, Date My Dad. Thank you for watching. Hope you found this video informative and entertaining. Please subscribe, like, share, and comment. We do like to know and hear your feedback. We also have merchandise available for purchase on our Teespring store. Link to our store is in the description section below. And, if you have the means, please consider supporting us on Patreon, where we post bonus material. Till next time, this is the Peeping Loony, saying cheers, and have a good day.